Good afternoon, you early birds. We have 1 minute, and then we're going to probably wait another minute. So we'll start at promptly 4:31, if that's okay. Let's see a number you have joined, and I want to be mindful of all of your time today. We'll give it 1 more minute, and then we'll get started. How's everybody doing on a Wednesday?
Good.
Wonderful.
How are you?
Right.
Doing well.
Thanks for asking. I don't know about your week, but it's going quite fast. I looked up and it was Wednesday. 2 days behind, 2 days in front.
A good way to put it.
That's right. Okay, it's 4:31, and if you guys give me thumbs up, we will get started. Couple of thumbs, perfect, perfect. Okay, well, welcome, welcome, welcome. I know you guys have been waiting for this day to occur, and it's finally here. So we're gonna give ourselves some hands because we put it on, and we're gonna give you some hands for being here. So I want to thank you all for joining today at this hour. And so just welcome to the Leadership Academy. This is a wonderful opportunity. I'm not going to take all the thunder, but I will just briefly introduce myself. My name is Captain Crystal Russell, and I'm the co-chair of the SOC. And I have with me today, you see her there, is Captain Kavanaugh. And so she is going to bring you a brief welcome, and then we will jump right into our orientation program today. Ma'am, you have the floor.
All right. Thank you so much. And good afternoon, everyone. As Captain Russell mentioned, I'm Captain Tarsha Kavanaugh, and I'm currently the chair of the Senior Officer Consortium. So I bring you greetings on behalf of the SOC. I want to say again, welcome and congratulations on your selection and upcoming participation in the first cohort of the Health Services Leadership Academy. We are excited that you will have the opportunity to further advance your leadership skills, and we look forward to seeing the impact and contributions you will have on the health services category and the public health service now and in the years to come. I will now turn it back over to Captain Russell. Thank you.
And let me just echo her remarks. We are so excited to have you here and to have all of you to, be interested in this and wanting to further your leadership. And so before we get started, I just wanted some housekeeping just to get us started. We're going to initiate a survey via chat. And if you're not able to access it via chat, we will send it out via email to you. And we want to just get some logistical information about what's your learning style, what day you prefer to meet, and times and hours. And so we just want you to complete that because again, this is something that we are tailoring, get the words out right. This is something that we want to be specific for you and what meets your need. And so we will send that survey out in the chat, and we will also include that in an email if you're not able to access the chat. So just to give you a brief overview of the orientation agenda today, you see it on your screen. We've already had our welcome by Captain Kavanaugh, who is an excellent leader. And then we'll have the welcome by Captain Presley, who is the Chief Professional Officer in transition. And then we'll have a history of the Leadership Academy, and that'll be done by Captain Hunter Buskey. If not, we may take some changes with that, but we'll be flexible. We'll have an overview by Captain Maynard Harper, who has done an excellent job and has put a lot of hard work into what you'll see today and throughout the year. We'll have an open Q&A. If you have any questions you'd like to ask, we'll definitely try to answer them. And then we'll have next steps and closing remarks to kind of give you what you can anticipate in the next coming meetings. So with that, I'm going to turn it over to Captain Presley for remarks. You have the floor, ma'am.
Well, thank you so much, and hello, everyone. Probably good afternoon for some still, and good evening for others. Thank you so much for taking the time to join us today. And as you can see, we're super excited to have the opportunity to talk to you about this initiative that has been a long time coming. So thank you guys for your patience. I know that we've been talking about it for a couple of years now, just getting the wheels in motion and putting everything in place so that we can make sure that this is a great experience for each of you. And I'm so happy to see the familiar faces, the familiar names, and just excited to have you guys engaging in this program. You can go to the next slide for me. So you are the first cohort. And like I said, we've been talking about this for a couple of years. And uh, it's one of the initiatives that actually started prior to me becoming a CPO, but part of my HS category roadmap, and you guys are certainly should be familiar with this because I've been talking about it every moment I get. But this is exactly what we've been following, and this has been my vision for our category during my term as CPO. And you can go ahead and keep clicking so that each of the initiatives pop up. So it has been my goal to make sure that we're touching officers at the very beginning, our new call to active duties, and also making sure that we're providing the support and resources to our active HSO officers. And a real passion of mine has been a focus on leadership and making sure that we're building leaders not only within our category, but more important within our service. And that rings true for, that your officership and the work that you do, but also the work that you do to support our service, but also the work that you do at each of your respective agencies. So again, part of my goal was to make sure that we laid the foundation for putting programs in place that would support our officers from the very beginning, from when they commission to when they're, in their middle career, junior officers, all the way up to our senior officers. So this Health Service Leadership Academy was part of that vision. So I'm equally excited to see us kick this off and have our first cohort in place. Uh, I wanted to make sure that I did that before I transitioned out as your CPO. And this is one of many initiatives that you've heard me talk about, but this one is really near and dear because it is, again, building leaders. And you guys are the future of our Corps. When us crusty captains retire, you guys are going to be left, right, to make sure that our officers are taken care of. And we need to make sure that you guys have the skills and abilities to be able to do that, and to make sure that what we're doing here today, you're able to turn around and do the same in supporting our officers. So you can go to the next slide. So I want to take the time to mention the contributors to this program. So this didn't start overnight, and actually this was birthed before I became CPO. So seeds were planted, well before I became CPO, and during Captain Willis Marsh's term and tenure as CPO. And these are the folks that really laid the groundwork for some of the early drafts of this initiative and really putting together what this looks like. So I won't go through all the names. Some of these officers are on the call today, but what I want to just pinpoint is that this is what we mean about giving back, right? Our senior officers, and at the time, some of these folks weren't senior officers. Some of these folks were like you, but had a passion and an initiative to make sure that we were supporting our officers. And that legwork and that groundwork that was laid has produced what we have today, and kicking off this first cohort. You can go to the next slide. And I'm going to just go ahead and go into the history um, of the Leadership Academy. So, like I mentioned, the groundwork was already laid several years prior. And um, just this notion that we need to make sure that we have resources in place and focused on our health service officers. Now there are a lot of trainings that CCHQ puts on, and since that time they have created different trainings for officers and junior officers and senior officers. But this was even birthed prior to that. So coming full circle, what we knew is that part of that thought and part of putting this program together was that we needed to have a set of competencies. And what you saw during Captain Willis Marsh's term is that the core competencies were released, right? Those things that we feel that every single one of our health service officers need to have, right? These are skills that they need to have, regardless of what agency that you're at. But as an officer, these are a set of basic core competencies that you need to have. And that document, along with those resources, was developed under Captain Willis Marsh. And that was some of the legwork and the foundation of putting together a curriculum for the Leadership Academy, and then also starting to build that framework, which each of you will be a part of in this first cohort. So that goes to show that, as much as we would have liked to roll this out sooner, I'm a true believer that everything happens for a reason, and definitely in due time. So it's great to have some of those foundational things that we have in place as resources for our category. And then now putting into place leadership areas that we really feel that officers need to know and also be able to embrace. So again, kudos to our officers that had a vision. Kudos to Captain Willis Marsh for her leadership and giving us direction in that. So what we hope that through this cohort and this journey that each and every one of you guys are going to embark on is that what you will learn from here from this training will build your confidence. We hope that you walk away from this leadership training with a better understanding of yourself. Hopefully, increased belief that you can be an effective leader. And listen, leadership is not something that you happen upon. It's something that you have to work very hard on, right? And that begins with first understanding what it is to be a leader. And then also having a good understanding of yourself. So hopefully through this training, there will be a lot of self-reflection, right? Your ability to walk away and be able to assess your strengths and your limitations. And then to be able to um, look at where you are and where you need to be. And hopefully through this training, it will establish those building blocks and that foundation. The other great thing is that you're not in this alone. So you're going to go through this academy with your fellow officers and peers. And I truly believe that iron sharpens iron. So we will have senior officers within our category that will be imparting their experiences, things that they've learned along the way, and really imparting some nuggets in key areas that is going to be addressed a little later. We also hope that when you walk away, you will have a renewed um, a, a renewed appreciation for again you being an effective leader, and then also walking away with new skills and hopefully your ability to influence others. So it is also about being able to give back. right? So it is our hopes that being able to provide this leadership training is not only going to strengthen your skills and ability, but it will also encourage you to be able to continue to mentor, as I know many of you are, to other officers, and to be able to share this information with them. And then last but not least, the whole point of this training is to move you to the next level in your career and your professional development. So these are all building blocks that we're putting together to just further assist you in your continued growth, not only within our category, but within our service, because you are the leaders of the future. So again, just so happy to see this kick off. Congratulations to each and every one of you, because you did take the first step. You applied and you saw that there was something that would certainly benefit you. And I would say that one of the things to leadership is that, again, you don't just happen upon leadership. It's something that you really do have to work hard at, and you have to be committed to be in a posture of continuous learning through your experiences and through situations that will arise. There's not always, one straight answer or one way to be able to deal with something. But you'll be able to reach back on these skills and building blocks that we're going to share to be able to help you through those situations. So I will go ahead and turn it back over to Captain Maynard Harper. And again, just so glad to have you guys part of this exciting initiative leading into this new year. Thank you.
First and foremost, let me apologize for changing the screen so many times. That was me trying to come off of mute. Thank you so much, ma'am, Captain Presley, for your words and remarks. I think you set the stage for what these officers have in store for them quite well. So I want you to know that I think there was a theme that has already been established today, and that is the word excited. Everyone has said how excited they are, and I too am so excited to welcome you to the first cohort of the Health Services Leadership Academy. At the interest meeting, we had well over 200 officers in attendance, and we are now excited to welcome our first cohort of 28. So please give yourself a hand. In cohort 1, we have 28 officers. As I mentioned, there are 12 lieutenant commanders, 16 commanders, 15 of you are non-clinical, and 13 of you are clinical, and you are across 9 different agencies. So please congratulate yourself on being part of history, the first cohort. And as mentioned in the Health Services Leadership Academy, we want to develop officers at every level, from the O2s to the O3s and all the way to the executive level. But we have chosen to start this cohort with O4 and O5s. I think Captain Presley already said it, but please consider yourself family, because you will be working together throughout the year as you develop your leadership skills. And I will move on to the next slide. So the Health Services Leadership Academy is made up of training modules. And you can see them here: goal setting and action planning, leading change, effective communication, uniform service customs and courtesies, leadership capabilities and challenges, and leading teams. And I think we want to make sure that you understand how important these modules are. And from a personal experience, we believe that these modules will help you navigate your career. I personally, and many of the others on this planning team, have been involved in many leadership development programs. And so we wanted to make sure that we took some of that experience and some of that knowledge and incorporated it into this program. One of the things I did want to mention is we all are still going through COVID-19 pandemic and other deployments and other emergencies. And I think those examples are perfect reasons on why a program such as this is needed for our officers at this time. So what have you gotten yourself into? I think that is the question that everyone wants to know. So this is your curriculum for cohort 1. You are already in the orientation happening at this moment. In December, you'll have session 1 with building your rapport through team dynamics with Captain Crystal Russell. You met her earlier. January, we will have leading change. February, writing for impact, communicating for impact. In February, we will have 2 sessions. The 5th session is conflict resolution. The 6th is decision making and action planning. April is becoming a master mentor. May is team building concepts. And we will round out your graduation at the annual symposium. So what does this mean and how are you going to get through these modules? Is there a question?
No, ma'am, not at this time.
Okay, I'll keep going. So cohort 1, we are asking that you attend at least 5 sessions virtually in person. And no more than 3 recordings. We do plan to record each of the sessions, but it is important for you to attend in person because we want to build a camaraderie around with you and your classmates. One of the things that we realized during the pandemic is that with people not being in the office, we haven't had the same officer camaraderie, officership collaboration that we've had in the past. And so these sessions, we are hoping that you will see it as a prime opportunity to be in the presence of other officers. We are asking you to complete all assignments. You will receive assignments at your monthly meetings, and that includes reading materials. And so we'll also have some suggested reading materials, but we will also have some mandatory reading materials. We are asking that you do 2 interactions. And what these interactions consist of is a 45 meet and greet with 2 of your class members that you do not know. It could be from different agencies. It could be a clinical with a non-clinical, however you choose, but we're asking you to do at least 2 interactions. I was in a leadership development program and I think we had 80 people. And one of the participants, he met with all 80 and I was one of the people included. And I thought it was fascinating, but the spirit and the common bonds that he built across all 80 of us really did make a difference. So I am encouraging you to do more than 2 if you can. We're asking that if you have not signed up already, that you participate in the mentoring program. The Health Services Officers has a mentoring program. So we're asking that you sign up to be a mentor or a mentee and or participate in a coaching session. Coaching and mentoring are different. So participate either in mentoring and or coaching. Complete all of the evaluations. This is very important. Now, I probably should have put this first, but one of the things that we are hoping is to expand this program for years to come. We're hoping that this program becomes sustainable across all ranks and possibly across all categories of the United States Public Health Service. But one of the things that we need to do is to make sure that we understand what was great, what could be improved upon, suggestions. And so we're asking as cohort 1 that you help us build this program. And you will also do that by participating in cohort 2. So whatever your skills, gifts, or talents are, we're asking that you participate in cohort 2, whether that be a facilitator, a mentor, a coach, an instructor, a development of materials, maybe even running this meeting as a Zoom Teams meeting and knowing how to turn on the unmute button. Whatever your gifts and talents are, we're asking that you help out and participate in cohort 2 as we bring in the next cohort. And then if you want to participate after that in cohort 3 and so on, we are more than happy to take you up on those offers. So this is what we have planned for the year. We're very excited. We have some phenomenal speakers planned, and I will pass it back over to you, ma'am, Captain Russell.
Thank you, ma'am. I know you guys are excited to hear about what we have planned in the next upcoming year. I wanted to draw your attention that I have submitted or put in the chat the forms link Again, if you're not able to open that and respond, let us know. We'll definitely email that out to you. So again, just wanted to echo, in terms of the pillars that we will be covering, goal setting and action plan and leading change, effective communication, leading teams, leadership capabilities and challenges, and uniform services, customs and courtesies. There's all of the 6 pillars that we will be covering throughout this year. And so we're excited. And at this time, I will pause and I will open the floor for Q&A. Any of you have any questions? And I know we have some other SOC members that have worked so hard to put this together. And I'll also open the floor if they have any comments they would like to share as well.
You never have to ask the shy person to say hello. I apologize for being late, but I want to welcome all of you to this very exciting program. Captain Hunter Buskey, for those who don't know me, and I look forward to being part of this journey that we're all going to go on together, and look forward to all of the things you're going to learn and teach us as well. So thank you and welcome.
There was a question in the chat earlier regarding the slides and whether or not they'll be sent out. And yes, we will send those out after the meeting. I guess we did a great job. Captain Maynard Harper.
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Hi, this is Commander Jennifer Clement. I'm excited to be here. Just a quick question. When you said live sessions, do you mean like they're taught in person or you mean like live on Teams? Just so I understood that.
Live on Teams.
Okay, great.
So yes, live on Teams. It's 100% virtual, but we're hoping that you join at least 5 in person on Teams meetings. And then if you can't make all 8, that you only review 3 recordings.
Okay, thank you for the clarification.
No problem. And I will add that we do have officers all the way from Alaska to DC, to Georgia, so all across the country. So we needed to make sure that everyone could join. And that's why it's so important for everyone to complete the survey in the chat, because we need to know a time to have this training. We want to accommodate everyone. So we want to know from you, when's the good time to have these trainings. And thank you so much also for being a part of cohort 1 and taking the time to develop your own leadership skills and knowing the importance of that.
I see a hand that went up. Please, sir, take the floor.
It's Commander Catherine Demers. Once again, to mirror everything else everybody said, thank you so much for coordinating this and doing this. Very excited. The reading materials, will they be like all the reading materials be available in advance? Like even if it's for March or April, will there be a website or something? I know we're not doing max.gov, but a resource where we can see all the reading materials in advance.
Yes, thank you. That's a great question. One of the things that we're working on is a collaborative site, like a shared drive that everyone can have access to, for us to put all of the materials, the reading materials and the assignments in one location. We won't ask you to read a 500-page book in a month or in a week or anything like that. We'll make sure that it's reasonable. But we're currently working on a shared space, so that we can have, so that we can share all of the resources and that everyone can have access to it. It's a little difficult because we're across 9 different agencies. So we're still researching on where the best platform will be. But thank you for that question.
This is Commander Clements. Again, I would just like to make the suggestion of potentially using APAN. You can make closed groups on APAN that are controlled with who has access to things, because we're doing that for some of the different mentoring programs we have right now.
And can you, Commander Clements, is it APAN? Or, I'll reach out to you.
That's the replacement.
Yeah, this
for
is
max.gov.
Captain. Yeah, this is Captain Presley. We can get that set up, Captain Mina Harper. And thank you, Commander Clemens, for that.
Thank you.
So now that we've clarified the in-person how many sessions we are requiring you to attend, the platform, and the assignments. Is there anything else we need to cover? Any other questions? And if you don't have any, or you think of something after the meeting today, please feel free to email us. That's completely fine. And you can email those questions to Captain Maynard Harper, and her email address is on the screen. I did see another hand.
Hi, this is can you hear me? This is
Yes.
Commander Sainos with the Coast Guard. Are we getting a certificate or anything at the end of the year? I'm sorry, I joined in a few minutes late and I'm not sure if you covered that.
I did not cover the specifics on what will be included in the graduation. We're still working on what that will be, but we are hoping to have an official graduation, quote unquote, ceremony. It may not be as long as a as one of the ceremonies for one of your degrees, but we're hoping to have a graduation at the symposium. But because this is the first time we've ever done this, we're working with it'll be Captain Bonnell as we move forward.
All right, thank you, ma'am.
No problem.
We have a question in the chat, and it's, do you prefer cameras to be on during these sessions in the future?
And I will refer to the facilitators for each month, and I think each month they can let you know if they want cameras on or cameras off. But I believe it's more fruitful for you if your cameras are on, just so you can get to know each other. And it was interesting because one of the things that we talked about was the time of day that we have these sessions. I know some of you are clinical, you may have people behind you, that's understandable. But I think if your cameras are on, you have a better chance to collaborate with your classmates. But I understand that sometimes, that's not a possibility.
Hi, this is Lieutenant Commander Wiley. I had a question about the mentoring requirement.
Yes.
Is it a requirement if you're already involved in mentoring relationships? Just maintain those, of course, but do you want us to enter into new mentoring relationships?
No,
Okay.
you do.
Okay.
Yeah, you do not have to enter into a new mentoring relationship. I will say that if you have already established your mentor and everything is working fine, please continue that relationship. But I will say, consider coaching also, because coaching and mentoring are two different things. And when you get to the executive level, sometimes coaching is a little bit more aligned with executives and how they have to think and think about their careers in a different way. So consider coaching also. But the answer is no. If you're already involved in a mentoring relationship with your mentor, everything's working fine, please continue that relationship.
Thank you, ma'am.
And this is if you guys know Captain Raquel Pete, this is a Captain Raquel Pete plug. If you are not a part of the mentoring program, or if you are already a part of the mentoring program, we're hoping that you will also consider being a mentor, especially after you complete this leadership development program. You'll have additional skills that I think will be helpful to share across the category.
I see another hand. Is that an old hand or a new hand?
It's a new hand.
Lieutenant Commander Thomas. Okay, sure.
Good afternoon, everyone. I just wanted to, I think I'm safe in speaking on behalf of all of us in Cohort 1. I'm really excited. I'm really excited. I appreciate this opportunity. And I look forward to learning more about my colleagues and learning more about leadership. And I appreciate you all choosing me and happy to do whatever is necessary to serve. So I look forward to working with you all.
And I don't think anybody can be as excited as we are, but we're glad that you're equally as excited. It's going to be a fantastic year.
Okay. Are there any additional questions that we can entertain? Okay, well, hearing none, just want to poll the group. Are you able to access the link? Just give me a nod. Okay, great, perfect. Awesome. We weren't quite sure with going across different agencies, so that is phenomenal. Thank you so much. Okay,
This
well,
is
with
Captain Presley. I'm sorry to
sure, ma'am.
interrupt. Before we break, can we just get everyone to just introduce themselves and say where they're from? Where they're from and what agency they work at.
This is Lieutenant Commander Herzig. I'm actually in Tomah, Wisconsin, working at the VA. Over.
Awesome.
Lieutenant Commander.
Hi.
Hi, this is Commander Ma, and I am from FDA in Capital Region area.
This is Commander Jennifer Lee Ramos. I work for the BOP, but I'm currently on detail to the Office of National Drug Control Policy until next September.
This is Lieutenant
Hi,
Commander
this is
Cornelius
Commander.
Moore. This is Lieutenant Commander Cornelius Moore. I'm in the DMV region, working out of NIH.
Hi, this is Commander Jennifer Clements. I'm in the DC area at FDA.
Hi, everybody. This is Lieutenant Commander Devin Thomas. I'm in the DC area and I'm at the CDC.
Hi, everyone.
Chris.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. Lieutenant Commander Chris Onagisa. I'm also with the FDA in Maryland.
I have a moment of silence here, I think. So, Commander Margaret Kalk, I'm with the FDA and stationed in Laurel, Maryland, for those of you who don't know.
Good afternoon. Oops. Good
Yeah, go ahead. No, go
afternoon.
ahead.
I'm Commander LaShonda Robertson. I'm at the CDC in Atlanta, Georgia.
This is Commander Catherine Demers. I'm with the DoD Army in Fort Liberty, now Fayetteville, North Carolina.
Hi, everybody. I'm Lieutenant Commander Marion Wiley. I'm in Atlanta at CDC.
Hi, everyone. This is Lieutenant Commander Beth Zono. I'm with the NOAA Corps in Silver Spring, Maryland.
And this is Commander Sainas. I'm with Homeland Security, U.S. Coast Guard.
Yep. Hey, good afternoon, everybody. Commander David Schwab, Silver Spring, Maryland, White Oak, FDA.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is Commander Legina Hawkins. I'm in the DC, Maryland area. I'm at CDC's National Center for Health Statistics.
I'm Commander Pascal Lecure. I'm in Durham, North Carolina. Recently switched from the BOP to the VA.
Good afternoon, everyone. Commander Samantha Morgan, and I'm in Atlanta and work for CDC. Thank you.
Hello, this is Lieutenant Commander Yekaterina Manioki. I'm from Alaska and I work for the IHS, the Alaska Tribal Health Consortium. Sorry.
Hi, this is Commander Bacher. I am also in Alaska and I work for the IHS.
Hey, my name is Lieutenant Commander Everett One, and I CDC in Atlanta, Georgia.
Good afternoon. I'm Lieutenant Commander Tamika Finch Hall here in person in DFW, Texas with the BOP.
I'm Lieutenant Sarah Rasmussen. I'm Lieutenant Commander with the BOP.
Hi, this is Lieutenant Commander Tamika Kastner. I'm with NIH in Bethesda, Maryland.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is Commander Brandon Johnson. I am with HRSA out of the New York Regional Office. Thank you.
Hi, this is Commander Bio Arthur, and I'm in Atlanta at CDC.
Hi, this is Brittany Rizek. I'm with HRSA and I'm in Cincinnati.
Hello, my name is Commander Nicole Vaughn, and I am in the DMV area at HRSA.
I'm going to take a moment just to reintroduce myself. I'm Captain Crystal Russell with IHSC and in the Atlanta area. Just want to add that piece in there.
And I should have introduced myself. I'm Captain Juanita Maynard Harper with the CDC in Atlanta.
Tell them again where we are.
Atlanta.
Okay, this is Captain Robin Hunter Buskey. I'm joining the North Carolina, those shout outs to those here in the state, and I'm with IHSC. Thanks.
Hi, this is Captain David Lau. I was in Atlanta at APHA at the American Public Health Association, but I'm actually out in Southern California, out here in El Segundo, and I'm with the FDA. At times during the year, I'm over in Guam and also Saipan. Over. Thank you.
That was a great conference.
Yes, ma'am, it was.
Good afternoon, everyone. I am Captain Sheila Williams. I'm with the Food and Drug Administration, and I am in the National Capital Region. Welcome to all of you.
Hi, everyone. This is Captain Tracy Branch. I am in Rockville, Maryland at HRSA.
Hi, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. My name is Commander Monique Worrell. I am with IHSC and I am in Washington, D.C.
Okay, sounds like everyone. Oh, that's more.
One last one. Good afternoon. This is Captain Rebecca. Actually, evening now. This is Captain Rebecca Bennell. I'm in the DC metro area and thrilled to see this get started. So glad you're all here.
Well, thanks again, everyone. I think that's everyone for joining us this evening, and looking forward to participating in several of these sessions, and also just getting to know those that I don't already know, and re-engaging with those officers that I do know. So just looking forward to kicking off this year. And again, if you guys have any questions about the program, about any of the information that is being provided, please make sure that you reach out to Captain Maynard Harper and others that are on the committee that are assisting with this program. So again, thanks again, and look forward to engaging with you guys over the next couple of months. Oh, and one last thing, I'm sorry. Special shout out to all of the SOC members that, past and present, that have contributed to this program. Truly a testament of the leadership, the strong leadership within our category, and the officers that care deeply about our service and supporting our officers. So please make sure you guys let officers know that our senior officers within our category are contributing in a mighty way and not behind the scenes. They're actually rolling up their sleeves and they're doing mighty work. So just a great shout out, and just thank you guys.
Thank you, ma'am. With that, I just wanted to thank you all again and congratulate you on being the first cohort to be of the Health Service Leadership Academy. We'll conclude with that. Just let you know that you will receive the slides after the meeting, as well as a list of who's in the cohort. So you have that information. You guys can start bonding before our next meeting in December. Thank you all. Have a wonderful evening.